All right, it is time for some pickups or an everything haul. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I'm super excited to be here today and to share with you this video. This is going to be an everything haul, and from the things that I have gotten recently, I felt like there wasn't quite enough of any one thing to do its own video, although I could have, there's one thing that probably, well, maybe, anyway, this is what I decided to do. So this is going to be the David's Teas that I picked up for summer, as well as the July 2021 Harlequins historicals that I got, plus one movie and one sort of like in between kind of thing. So yeah, so I thought I would just put it all together, and I will leave a table of contents down below if you want to jump around to the different spots. I'm going to start with the tea, then go to the movie, and then go to the books. So let's get this started. So I did decide to go pretty summery with my David's Tea order, and I did pick up the iced teas collection. So this has it says 20 iced teas and infusion. There is one black tea and the rest are fruit infusions. So if you like caffeine-free stuff, this is definitely a good way to go. And it is 10 flavors and you get 2 packs each. So I've just been starting at the front. So I have already tried Maui Madness, Strawberry Lemonade, Tropicalia, and my next one to try is Sparkling Sangria, which is a fruit infusion. Wow, it's really hard to read on that. Apple, papaya, mango, pineapple, hibiscus, passion fruit and champagne flavoring, artificial flavoring, and blue cornflowers and rose petals. So that is my next one to try. It also includes rainbow lemonade, mango fruit punch. This I think is the black. No, that's not the black tea. Frozen raspberry. Raspberry mojito. Cherry berry punch. This is the black tea. Yeah, I like black teas. And one of their classics, Just Peachy, which is in a lot of their offerings, and I enjoyed it enough that I have bought it individually. So I unfortunately, because I've been having these over time, and I often, when I'm making a regular cup of tea, I will just make one of these as well and put it to the side, and then I will have it like later, like I just put it in the fridge. So I don't always remember, like by the time I have something, I don't always remember what it is. I usually keep, in one of my bullet journal type situations, I usually keep a log of which ones I am enjoying or how much I enjoy them, so that I know what to order. But I didn't do that this time. I'm feeling very summery, and I'm just sort of like letting things just be what they are. But I have been enjoying these. I do often have them as a tea pop, so I'll have them with club soda. Sometimes I find it a challenge to decide how much, if any, sweetener to add, but with a tea pop it's much better to add it to the tea than adding it to the tea pop, because you don't want to be stirring something with like club soda. I find it makes it go a bit flat. So I do struggle with that a little bit, but I did come up with an alternate to that I have been trying out, and I haven't tried it with these teas yet. These smell so fruity, by the way. The moment you open this, it's just like summer. It just really smells so good. But one of the things that I've actually tried, I got to try, and I've tried not with one of these teas yet, but I will try it with the Tropicalia, that probably would be good with this, is to have it with ginger ale. Now, I couldn't get diet ginger ale, so the ginger ale does have calories. I don't use sugar. I use Splenda for sweetener. But they have the smaller cans, like the 173 milliliters. And I find if you make like a concentrated sort of like shallow, because I put these in one of my smaller mugs, one of my sort of like 10-ounce mugs, and I don't put it to the top. And then I put that with like a can of club soda, and it fits a nice sort of big glass, but also those canettes are sort of the same size. That I think it's 173 milliliters. You know what I mean? Like they're not the regular can of pop. It's a smaller size. But I've been trying that. Did I get to the point where I was going to say I wanted to try those with ginger ale? So I thought that would be fun. I love ginger, and I love ginger teas, and some of these, I don't think any of these are ginger, but you can add ginger that way. Like ginger peach, I think that would be really good. The challenge is they do have calories, but then I also avoid trying to figure out how much sugar to add because it's in the ginger ale. So I will keep you updated on that. I did try it with the watermelon mint, the ginger ale. Now that was really good. I think I made the tea a little extra because this is loose leaf. And so it was very punchy. Like I was very like, wow, this is really strong and just full of flavor, and it might have been a little extra. So, but in comparison to the club soda, which is just the bubbles, it's kind of like, I really wish I could find some diet ginger ale in the cans. They just don't have them to order from my grocery store. Anyway, I will keep on trying things. I think it's fun. Let me know, do you experiment like that? Do you just try out different things to see what they're like? I just also really like the watermelon mint. It was the one that I was so super excited about this season, so I'm glad that I picked some up. It just smells so good. Like watermelon and mint. It's great. Like if you make like melon water, like with watermelon and cantaloupe or honeydew and mint, and you put that in water. Oh, it's so good. That's good in and of itself. So yeah, so those, I also got the watermelon mint. I did also decide to pick up a couple of other things. I got some of the Spices Right. This one, I think it was on sale. I'm not sure. It is one of the ones from previous orders. I noted that I really, really love it, so I added it to my order as a loose leaf. And this one has cinnamon, green tea, orange peel, cloves, natural flavoring, and organic chili pepper. Wow, I didn't like that. No, none of that. It is green tea, it is low caffeine, and I really, really enjoy it. So I got some loose leaf of that. And I also got a pack of the traditional classics. So it's 20 sachets, and they're 5 flavors, so you get 4 each, and this includes David's breakfast blend, which is one of my favorites, to be honest. I really enjoy it. For black teas, it's the breakfast blend and the Nepal black, and then for green teas, it's organic emerald jade, Japanese sencha, and silk dragon jasmine, and I'm not sure if I have tried all of those. So yeah, so I really like having the individual sachets, especially for black teas, because I make it just like a regular cup of tea. And then honestly, like sometimes I find I don't like dealing with the loose leaf stuff. I don't. I feel like I should like it. I feel like it should be more special, but it's more dishes and stuff like that. It's just a little bit, and I know it's probably better than having the bag, but sometimes I'm just like, I want to do less work. So anyway, and then the last thing I got, which is kind of a funny one, I picked up this Tea, Love, and Care, which is a set of 12 loose leaf. How do you open it? And I think obviously this is from Valentine's Day, and you're supposed to probably get it for someone else, but I just got it for myself. Because why not? I think it was on sale. And I really do like, they didn't have, I guess this was normally I get the seasonal box, so I guess this was my seasonal box, but normally I got the fall favorites and the spring favorites, and I am just not being able to figure out how to open this, which is really a little strange. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm doing it the wrong way. It opens this way. Yay! So this has 12 loose leaves. We got Buddha Blend, Cinnamon Rubio's Chai, Mother's Little Helper, Peppermint Amour, Chocolate Chip Cookie, which I've never tried before, Organic Serenity Now, Silk Dragon Jasmine, Sweet Tart, one of my favorites, Organic Earl Grey, and I'm curious to try that because I've only had the cream of Earl Grey and I didn't really enjoy it, so I am curious to see if I like the regular Earl Grey. Pomegrateful, which is great. Blood Orange Boost, which I'm not sure if I've had, and Headache Halo. So yeah, whoa! Yeah, so it's got, it's obviously sort of like a gift set, right? So there's nothing wrong with buying yourself a present. So that is another one that I got, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. I haven't tried these ones out yet. I guess the Headache Halo, that's a Rubio's. I really enjoyed the New Year's set of 10 teas. Those were really good, and I think there's some Pomegrateful was in that one as well. So yeah, looking forward to trying those out. Okay, now on to going from one one thing to the other. Now on to the one movie. Oh, normally I would say, normally I would come back and share how the tea that from my last haul went, which was spring, but I haven't had that many. I got to get back into the habit. I had these like way over to the side, and every once in a while I would go and get one, especially the watermelon mint, and bring it. So it's like, no, they have to go like right where the kettle is. So I got to do some kitchen organization. So yeah, so I don't have too much to report in on the spring ones because I think I only ended up trying 3. Although some of the purchases were like, just like, I like this one, I'm gonna get more. So that works too. Okay, now on to the one movie I got, and this is kind of interesting because I got it for a particular reason because I was going to do something and then the timing didn't work out, so I didn't end up doing it, but I still got it and I haven't watched it yet, and that is Earthquake. And this is from, when is this from? 1974. This is a disaster movie starring Charlton Heston and Ava Gardner. And Lauren Green, George Kennedy, Genevieve Bujold, and Richard Roundtree. And so I've never seen this one. I've seen a lot of disaster movies, but there are definitely some missing pieces in my film viewing, and this, if you can believe it, this won the Oscar for Best Sound. So I will get, as one of my goals this year is to watch Oscar-winning film for sound, as well as cinematography, score, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. But this will actually achieve one of my goals this year. So, and I did get it because I wanted to, I was gonna do a film like thing, and it just fell through. But I still have the movie, and I'm still going to watch it. And it's kind of cool. It has the theatrical version, which is 122 minutes, so just after more than 2 hours. But it also has the extended television version, which has an extra 20 minutes from when it was shown as a 2-night event on NBC. Interesting, though, although that one is high definition, it's all only in 1.33 to 1 scale as opposed to 2.35 to 1 scale. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, like in terms of verbally, but I think it's the difference between widescreen, like what you would see at the theater or what we now mostly see at home, versus 1.33 to 1, which is much closer to like a square, like what you would see on television. So it's interesting. I don't know whether I want to watch the TV version first, or especially since it is high def, even though it's like the smaller size, or if I want to watch the original widescreen. I don't know. So I will have to decide that at a later date. But yeah, so that I will hopefully watch sometime in the near future. Earthquake. I love disaster movies. Sort of going hand in hand in that, and kind of a movie, kind of a book. It's not kind of a movie at all. I did also pick up, and I'm not sure how I feel about this, the Movie Review Journal. And it is a guided logbook for movie lovers, which of course I am. And so it has it's got the same spread page to page, and you have we got title, date, watched, year, director, cast, synopsis, and then you can mark off your rating for directing, acting, narrative, cinematography, musical score, and your overall rating, including half stars. Yay to all the half star lovers out there. And then also movie highlights or review. Now, to be honest, I really would have loved if these were reversed, because I feel like this should be on this side and this should be on this side. But, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they did it that way. They even give you one to get you going with John Wick. So, and obviously they mean like that's part 1 and that part 2, but I would have loved that as a 2-page spread. I probably just will ignore this and have this be all about the same movie as opposed to flipping back and forth. Minor thing, something that didn't come up when I was previewing them. There are a fair amount of these types of things on Amazon with different questions or fill in the blanks. I can't remember what the other one I was looking at, but I actually really quite liked that it had that you get to pick out of 10. I might change up these things to things that are the most important to me. I find it hard to rate the directing. It's a complex question. Is the directing everything? And narrative, does that mean the writing? I don't know. Because some people, like you could, you could want, did I have an emotional reaction to this film? Would I rewatch this film? That's a yes or no. Anyway, I thought it might be fun to do, and encouraged myself to watch more movies. July was a low movie watching month for me, but that's also because of the Olympics, and also because June was a high movie watching. And I think because I have a variety of interests, I think I have some ebb and flow with that. Some months I watch more movies, some I read more books, and some I watch more TV, and and all months I should be doing more art. But that's not even part of this haul. So let me know, do you ever pick up these sort of fill in the blanks kinds of situations? I think it's a fun way, and a fun way to not have to write out every single time. But I thought it's also, it might help me figure out what are the important things to me about a movie, which I feel like I should know the answer to, but because I've been watching and involved in film for so long and in different ways, sometimes it's nice to have something outside structure created to interact with, and then from that you may learn what actually is and isn't important to you. So anyway, that's a bit of a long-winded obviously I have lots of thoughts on that. Okay, now on to the Harlequin haul. So these are the books that I got for June. Sorry, not June, for July. So these are 4 books, and so I signed up for Reader Service, which is a subscription service through Harlequin where you pick the line, or they have a couple that are combinations of lines. I'll leave more information down below. And they send you X amount of books per month. And so for historical, it is 4 per month. And here are the 4 that I got. So we have The Railway Countess by Julia Justiss, and this is a 1930s. The time period is on the spine. Set in Bristol, England. It's right at the end of the Georgian era, which goes till 1837. I might have said 19. So this is 1834. It's set in the 1830s. And Georgian goes to 1837, and the Victorian starts after that. It is the second book in the Heirs in Waiting series, and the first book is the Blue Stocking Duchess. I always forget what blue stocking means. I think it's women who were interested in reading or intellectual endeavors. I can't remember. I remember I used to read a blog called the Blue Stocking Society, and it was a great book blog. Next up we have How to Wed a Courtesan by Madeline Martin. This is Regency. It is set in 1816 London. It is book 3 in the London School for Ladies. The first book is called How to Tempt a Duke. So, from courtesan to society wife. Question mark. I wonder, it's a romance, so we have a little leanings as to where that's going to go. Next up we have the Marquess Marquis next door. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't write that down. The amount of times that has come up on this channel, oh my God, through my videos, like I feel embarrassed. Okay, so it's either, I think it's the Marquis, I think it's the Marquess. I'm gonna get it wrong, so it's one of those next door. This is by Virginia Heath. This is Regency. It is set in, the quote it starts with is from 1814, whispers from beyond beneath the fan. Wow. Starts with a quote. What's the quote from? Oh, that's pretty interesting. It is the second book in the Takaboma series, and the first book is The Viscount's Unconventional Lady. Marquess. I'm gonna have to come up with like a limerick so that I remember that one thing or the other. Okay, the Cinderella for the Viscount by Liz Tyner. This is Regency, and it is a standalone. Wow. Will this shopkeeper's daughter become belle of the ball? Her future is going up in flames. Her first betrothal ends, and she's about to become penniless. Oh no. Thank goodness for Devlin Bryan, Viscount Montfort, who vows to help save her family's suffering jewelry shop. As a friend, of course, she's an unsuitable match for a Viscount. Well, I think think she will become a suitable match at some point. So there you go. So those are the 4 that I got. And I actually, and I think which one, I think I want to read that one first. I think this one, I really actually like this. This one sounds really interesting. Marcella Craymore wants to avoid marriage and continue using her mathematical expertise to help her railway engineer father, but her mother insists on having a season. Aha. Heirs in waiting. So yeah, that one I am curious about, I think the most curious about out of the set. But they all look interesting, even if I can't pronounce words. So yeah, so that is the 4 that I got, and I actually have decided to cancel my reader service for a couple of reasons. It's been really fun to get the subscription packs, and I've loved that I don't know what I'm getting. But on the flip side to that, I actually made the decision to subscribe before I decided to go to the library. So now that I'm going to the library, I have a huge influx of library books that are surprises or choices that are a combination of the two, and that has been really fun. And free. And the other reason, well, there's a couple of reasons. Also, the majority of them have been Regency, which I knew was going to be a possibility, but out of the 12 that I've received, 9 have been Regency, and I'm not the biggest fan of Regency. But the biggest decision actually came from the fact that I called because I noticed that I wasn't getting any points for my Harlequin, I think it's called member service. If you buy a book from Harlequin, in most situations, you get points, and when you get a certain amount of points, you can redeem those points. But for reader service, you actually don't get points. They have their own systems. They have the bonus bucks system. They occasionally send a free book or free gifts. So they have their own sort of rewards, but I was shocked when I found that out, because if I had known that I wouldn't be able to get points, like for each dollar I spend or for each dollar the book's worth, I might not have subscribed. That being said, I have lots of books to enjoy. I will enjoy them throughout the winter when I'm back to reading my own physical edition. Throughout the summer, I am enjoying the library, and I'm totally fine with that. It was a fun experiment, and I'm actually curious to see if they're going to add a new line now that they closed Dare, and if they will add a new line, and if that will become part of reader service. But I'm really so shocked, and I called them, and I was like, really? And they said, no, you have to either buy it online to get the points or buy it in a store like a Walmart or what have you, or a bookstore. And I was really, really surprised because I bought ebooks, I bought them from Amazon or physical books from Amazon, and I've always gotten points from them, but it's a different system. So live and learn, and it has been interesting, and as I said, I have lots to enjoy, and it's amazing that you get them pretty much a month early. That's really cool. So there you go. There is my very strange haul of tea, movies, books, more tea, all the things. I'm totally going to run out of memory, so I'm going to leave it here. Let me know, have you had any good tea recently? Do you like disaster movies? And do you do any book subscriptions? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Take care.